Hi boys. In this section we are dealing with chapter 11 and this chapter is about the rise of fascism in Italy and its survival from 1922 to 39 and fascism survived till the end of the Second World War. Italy was not a country as we see it today until the year 1870. It was in the year 1870 with the war between France and Germany. Italy was unified, or the Italian unification was completed. Before that, or before 1870, Italy was small principalities and papal states. It was brought together by Giuseppe Garibaldi and King Vittorio Emanuele. They are honored figures even today in Italy. But Italian unification was not acknowledged by the papal states or the Pope himself until the time of Mussolini. In 1929, there was a treaty which we will talk about little later. Italy had a secret treaty with Britain, which is called as the Treaty of London, whereby the Allies agreed to concede to Italy the territories which belonged to it traditionally, and Italy sided with the Allies during the First World War. But Italy was not given, and the promises were not honored during the Paris peace settlement. Italy did not get what it wanted after that even. On the other hand, in Italy, there were problems and they were economic in nature. No government could be stable. There were general strikes and industrialists suffered greatly because of the general strikes that were taking place very often. There was poverty everywhere. And the honor of Italy was also at stake on the international scene. The socialism on account of this was also taking its roots in Italy. Benito Mussolini was a socialist in the beginning. And he, with his band of followers, in 1922 marched on Rome, where there was confusion, where there was no government which was stable. His fascist party did not have the required majority all over the country. They were in minority, but all the same, he made his way into Rome, and King Vittorio Emanuele appointed him as the Prime Minister. But after becoming the Prime Minister, it is his policies that guided the nation of Italy in the later 20s and 30s. He did away with parliamentary representation, so to say. He became the dictator and he ruled Italy until he was captured during the Second World War. His fascist party took control in 1922. Thereafter, through his domestic policies, Mussolini tried to please the people, keep the people satisfied. With his economic policies, he tried to find self-sufficiency, and through his foreign policy, he sided with Hitler or the Nazism. His brand of politics was called as fascism, which was a kind of exclusive kind of politics which depended on racial superiority. But during the Second World War, we know the fascism, and because of his aggressive policies, Italy was defeated, and very many policies, economic, political policies, and the foreign policies of Benito Mussolini did not succeed. Benito Mussolini eventually was captured and killed in northern part of Italy, where he was trying to escape, probably to Germany, and Italy had its own peace. The policies, the domestic policies and so on, did not have its a success. Benito Mussolini was ultimately a dictator. This shows that a kind of extreme politics ultimately does not succeed. Italian fascism, or the rule of Benito Mussolini, is important for us, especially in knowing the cause of the Second World War.